Howdy there, YouTube. Back again with another installment of my Western Field Model 31A, also known as the Mossberg Model 40. Well, the parts gremlin is struck again because one of my favorite features of this rifle is that it's a cock on closing. So it's really fast to work the bolt. It's almost like a semi-auto. You can darn near work it. But there's some safety issues involved with that. Namely, if you're used to the manual of arms of most rimfire guns, usually you decock it by holding the trigger and pushing the bolt forward. And if you do that on this, it's probably going to fire on you. And it's not really a big deal if you understand the operation of the weapon. And the safety is kind of a weird kind of quarter turn thing back here. And so I ordered this stuff off of eBay. There was a guy selling a lot of different stuff, and I ended up getting most of it except for the stock because I didn't need it. But anyway, this thing is marked a Western Field 31A, just like the other one was, although it's a little different roll mark. And same patent date and everything. Of course, let's focus here. And the barrel is really in good shape inside. I guess I'll have to cut if you're not going to focus. But it came with all these pieces. Now this was part of a separate lot, and this is actually this part of the magazine, and it's the cutoff. And you need this. Without this piece, this part is pretty well useless. But what I want to do is make a shortened version, and probably do a 17-inch. And I need to shorten the magazine, and I didn't really want to do that to this since it's a functioning gun, and I hate to do that. But anyway, so this is a cock on closing bolt, which is the one that's original for the gun. But this one here is a cock on opening, and it's marked the same, but there's clear differences. I mean, even just in the locking shoulder. So I guess the chrome is going to be a giveaway. If it's got a knurled bottom, that's probably a cock on closing, and then if it's one of these chrome dealios, it's the cock on opening. So it's a whole different setup, different cocking piece altogether. Not even the same. The disassembly is all different. Even the interior of the bolt is different. Pretty obviously different. So it is what it is, I guess. But like I said, kind of parts gremlin. You know, I don't even know if it'll work in here. No, it doesn't even fit. No, won't even fit in there. So kind of useless to me now, so maybe that'll go back on the market. I noticed on this firing pin that somebody had done some serious doctoring to it, and not in a good way. So don't do that. If you need to do some firing pin work, look at my other video. I'll put it up in the thing. And of course the trigger is different because the sear engagement is completely different for the different operations. So that's something to keep in mind if you're going to work on these things. And they're inexpensive, so they come up quite a bit. So if you're going to get a magazine tube replacement, make sure it includes this part with the screw. It's one of these guys. And well, I guess that's pretty much it for now. Not even the trigger guard is the same. So I guess it's just going to be an early model, late model type of thing, although I couldn't find a reference to either an early or late in any of the parts books. So you might end up getting one of these if you needed one of these, or vice versa if you're not careful. So with that, I'll thank you for watching and see you next time. So you might be wondering, how the heck did you get that thing apart? Well, I'm going to show you right here. So this, from the outside when it's assembled, looks like a broken screw, but it's not. It's a little pinch that they've pinched in the back of this kind of tube spacer thing, and that fits. You push that around, you push it in, actually using that is what I did with the little thing, but screwdriver, but it fits into this slot right here. And look at what they did. They drilled a hole and then just broke open the top. And that's like that. That's supposed to be that way. That wasn't broken. That's intentionally how it was manufactured. Is that crazy or what? And I mean, same with that other one when I first got it. Look at the machining in there. How do you expect like a hammer to slide smoothly through there? Jeez, these guys. You know, fairly decent design, but come on. Execution is poor, very poor. So that's the trick there if you need to get this hammer assembly out. And then this little washer just kind of comes off of here. It's not really retained by anything other than maybe a little bit of a ridge here at the top. It's kind of just free floating in there. So I'm going to clean this guy up even though I really don't have any use for it. Can't even really sell it the way it is. But obviously the other guy couldn't get it apart. Because that's the key. It looks like it's a broken screw, but it's not at all. It's a little tab that you have to rotate up and out of this hole. And the whole thing slides out and you can just pull this whole hammer assembly out. Now this piece looks like it's dovetailed in there. And I don't think, probably for most purposes, you'd probably just leave that in there, would be my guess. So just a little tech tip. If you have one of these and you needed to get it disassembled, there's kind of the little trick. It's kind of hard to tell what it is when it's in the gun, but now that you have it out, you can see the true spectacular nature of Mossberg's corner cutting techniques. So with that, I'll bid you adieu. Third cut, I know, but I wanted to point out here what they've done to this. See how they've cut a notch? That's not going to do anything but spear your rim fire cases. It might even punch a hole in them. So don't do that. That's not how you repair these or fix them. But even these are different. They're just different altogether. So, two different models. And that's it. So, just one more thing. Store brand cross-reference list. Western Field 31A, which is down here. Mossberg 44 and 40. So, I guess there is two possibilities. It's a 44 or a 40. And you look in here, Mossberg 40. Tube mag, manufactured 33 to 35. And then the 44 is right underneath it. Similar, with a heavier target stock, manufactured 34 to 35. So, why so different? Why are you so different? I don't get it. Anyway, just thought I'd share the information that I was able to glean. Not really helpful. Really not that helpful, is it? Oh well. See you next time.